Well, I just read this article today, and this came out from several different sources. I know Diane talked about it. Now we're starting to see it more and more. So now they're having these children wear whatever they call it, burqas or whatever it is they call it, on their heads, and being forced to pray to Allah in a California public school. And I'm sitting here thinking, how in the world can these parents not see what's going on? And how they can buy the excuse, oh, well, they're just learning about the history. Really? Well, how about we talk about some recent history? Because, these people have been fighting, killing, slaughtering, abusing animals, beating their women, sexually abusing animals for, I don't know, 2,250 years. Are you teaching your children, are they teaching them that? Are they teaching them that side of it? Oh, but they can't do that, right? Because they can't show that kind of stuff in school? Really? They can't? But they don't want to let little baby children or 3-year-old children be children, right? They want to teach them how to be an adult at 3 years old. And don't say it's not been done, because it's been verified and it is fact that they are teaching 3-year-old children sexual things that they should not be learning at that age. These people who believe in this ideology think it's okay to marry 9-year-old children. And this California school has got these little girls parading around wearing headscarves and praying to these people's God. Then you got this academia professor who says, pedophilia is not wrong, it's a disease. Well, I wonder why they would be saying that. Well, let's see. Maybe it's because the public school systems are teaching your children that Islam is that Allah is the one true God, having them wear scarves around their head, putting their head down and their ass up and praying to a God that thinks it's okay to sleep with children. Then they say, no politics in school. Really? Okay, then why are you teaching a 3-year-old how to masturbate? Why do you think it's okay to teach these children these things that you see on hardcore porn in school? What happened to just letting children be children? Let them be innocent. Let them have their childhood. Then you then you start seeing all these teachers. I mean, I'm saying it, I swear, you guys, it's like 4 or 5 a week coming out in the news, molesting these kids in high schools and junior highs and elementary schools. Not just men, but women too. Then we wonder why these teachers don't stand up and say anything about what they're teaching to these kids. I know there's a couple of them that have. They've quit their jobs because it's not something that they wanted to do. This is not something that they signed on to do. And they are smart enough to see what's going on. You know, people say we can't homeschool. I can't do it. Well, let me tell you right now. Our enemies, okay? These people that hate us, that walk on our flag and step on it, or tell us we can't fly our flag in the United States of America, that our ancestors, our, founding fathers, my grandfather suffered for. They are packing up. You understand that? They are a tribe. They might not come right out and say it. They are a tribe. They are tribing up. They are invading. They are attacking us in every single way possible. And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just that we've been so drunk on freedom that we can't see the wolf in sheep's clothing right in front of our face. I told my husband that today. I said, all people want to argue about is religion this and religion that. How about our survival of ourselves, our children, and our nation? And our principles in that Constitution. How about that? Now, I don't know about other women, but I can see this. I can feel it. Those of us speaking out, no matter what our faith is, those of us speaking out for freedom, for that Constitution, need to understand there's a one thing that bonds us more than anything else right now, and that is freedom. And if we want to keep it, we're going to have to stand shoulder to shoulder. We're going to have to pack up. We're going to have to come together. When I say pack, think of wolves. Like I said, look at nature. Even the ants, they may be a different color. You have your fire ants, you have your pea ants, you have all these other ants. You have wolves. You have dogs that pack up. They pack up with their own humans when they're domesticated. We live within nature. We are a part of it. We have enemies. They are packing up, and they are coming after us, and they are stepping on our flag. They are treating the men and women in this country who have fought and died and bled and lost their friends. They are spitting in the face of the men that were your family members and your ancestors who died for that flag. They are spitting on them. Now, I'm not an expert. I'm not perfect. But I see what's going on. I can feel it. And if we don't stand together and pack up, and fight back and stop moving back every time they move forward and take another freedom of ours, every time they step over that line, we keep walking back and stepping back, and they keep crossing the line and crossing it and crossing it and crossing it. Pretty soon our backs is going to be up against the wall, and we're not going to have a choice. Whether you guys want to believe it or not, just because you don't hear those bullets flying and explosions happening. We are at war. We did not declare it. I want to make that apparent. We did not declare this. They did. And it doesn't matter how many groups you want to look at, but, you know, you seen that woman walk in there. That woman walk in there where this group of people was surrounded by our flag, whether they bought it or not. The symbolic meaning behind it and what has been given for it, and they were stepping on our flag, and she didn't care how many cops were standing there. She went over there and she grabbed that flag and she held on to it by herself. That lets you know that she was a lone wolf. Where's the rest of the pack? But she did what she could do. And she didn't care what happened. She herself went and fought for and bled for that flag. So she knows what it means. You know, we try to think of this in so many different terms. Well, why don't we just think of it as the survival of our people and the survival of our nation, instead of trying to put so many damn labels on it? Okay, when the system is sick, when you see that it is sick, why do you want to stay in that system? Why do you want to be a part of something like that when you know it's wrong? We need to restore our country. We need to restore our individual rights. And they can say whatever they want to. Post-human world, when I say that, where they keep pushing this merging man with machine shit. When you talk about the computer, what do you think that computer is built of? Yeah, it's electronics, it's machines, but where do you think the information comes from? It comes from individuals. It comes from here. Somebody had to put that information into it. Several people put that information into that computer. It comes from here. So you're going to get the sick, and then you're going to get the people who believe in justice, who believe in freedom, who believe in what that Constitution means. And we have every right to be on that computer. We have every right to speak our minds and say what we believe and put it on that computer. Now, I haven't heard from Diane. I would hope that she would make another Facebook page or get on her husband's and make a video so everybody knows that she's physically okay. But we have to do more than this. We've got to find a way, and I don't understand why we're not moving. We're standing still. We're speaking. We're yelling. We're screaming. We're putting out videos. But we are standing at a crossroads. We are waiting on them. They're moving the pieces on the board. They keep coming forward and coming forward. They keep crossing that line, and they keep taking and taking and taking and taking, and we keep backing up. And backing up. And backing up. And I feel sorry for these patriots that are in some of these states. Not to say that any other state in the United States is perfect, but in some of these states we have patriots that are stuck there. And if you look at history and you look at how people went through persecution, especially the Indians, these Native American tribes, they were pushed out. But there were certain times in history where people had to come together because they did not have a choice. Yes, we have modern technology. Yes, we have modern weaponry. But the people that are coming after us, the people that are attacking us and invading our country and trying to tell us that we don't have the right to our flags, that we don't have the right to our religions, that we don't have the right to our rights itself, don't have a modern mindset. People, we are at war. So everything that you are willingly doing in this system to help it live, to help it thrive, to help the sickness continue, if you really want to stop it, stop participating in it. Do what you can do yourself, and then we need to find a way to come together and do something as a pack. If we don't, we will lose. We are losing right now.